So vanhu vanenge vachingoti maCIO, but most vanhu vasikatombonzwisisi kuti chii chiri kuitika chaiko, chii chonzi maCIO, ndiani akazvitanga zvinhu izvi, uye purpose yake yanga iri yechii, ende maCIO chaiwo basa ravo nderei, anoudzwa zvekuita nani. Handiti so izvezvi zvimuri yezimbabwe tose toziva kuti pane mukuru wemaCIO, director general anonzi Fulton Mangwanya, akadzingwa akareplacewa very very fast with immediate effect. Vakashambisika kuti iwe mukuru wemaCIO anozongodzingwa faster, chii chiri kuitika. But anyway, tine mukomana anonzi iye panapa Tasunungurwa Mufumiri. So mukomana ari kutaura pamusoro pemaCIO. So tichange tichipinda mune izvozvo because mureva mufanira kunyatsokunzwisisa pano chii chiri kuitika. Hanzi the removal or reassignment of Dr. Fulton Mangwanya as CIO Director General this week has fascinated me. Full disclosure, I have a long-standing obsession with intelligence, security, and the hidden architecture of state power. So let's talk about all the CIO Director Generals since independence. Apa ndo pamakuzonzwa zvinhu manje zvamamusingazivi. First, what is the CIO? Zimbabwe's civilian intelligence agents, internal security, counterintelligence, political intelligence, executive protection. It reports directly to president, not parliament, not cabinet, president alone. Director General is his most intimate institutional weapon. Director General Wema CIO is the most intimate institutional weapon wa president. And it. So, kubva muna 1963 kusvika kuna 1981, paiva nemukomana ainzi Ken Flower. This is before independence, right? The original. Built the CIO from scratch in 1963 under Rhodesian Prime Minister Winston Field. Ran it through UDI, Liberation War, and Lancaster House. Then kept his job when Robert Gabriel Mugabe came to power in 1980. A white Rhodesian spy master retained by the Black Liberation Government. Zvinokushamisa rembo reZimbabwe kuti CIO zvakanaka haina kutogadzirwa nana Mugabe. Yakagadzirwa even munguva yevarungu. Not even nana Mfana Smith, but paiva neainzi Winston Field. Handiti. But muna 1980 Mugabe haana kuibvisa. Akasara achinayo, achishandisa murungu kuspire. Hanzi, why did Robert Mugabe keep him? So mukomana ainzi Ken Flower allegedly worked covertly for British intelligence throughout Rhodesian years. Lord David Owen later confirmed it publicly. Flower may have helped ensure Robert Gabriel Mugabe survived assassination and reached independence alive. Robert Mugabe kept him out of calculated gratitude. Right, Ken Flower retired in 1981 and published his memoirs, serving secretly an intelligence chief on record. Rare for any spy master anywhere, rare still in Zimbabwe's culture of institutional silence. He died in 1987. The organization he built is still running today. Ichiriko CIO. Right, kubva kuna 1981 kusvika kuna 1985 pakaiva nemukomana ainzi Derek Robinson, Zimbabwe's first post-independence Director General, also came from the old Rhodesian CIO structure. Another deliberate continuity appointment. Robert Gabriel Mugabe needed the institution functional while he consolidated power. Ideology could wait. Ideology could wait. Right. So, Robinson presided over the CIO during Gukura Hundi, the state-sponsored massacres in Matabeleland that killed an estimated 20,000 civilians. His tenure is amongst the least documented of any Director General. History has been deliberately quiet about this period. Ndobva kubva muna 1985 kusvika muna 1990 paiva nemukomana ainzi Elias Mutevera. Ndopakatanga kuiswa mumutema. The most obscure Director General on record. Almost nothing is publicly documented about his background or post-CIO life. He ran the institution through the 1987 Unit Accord, the forced absorption of ZAPU into ZANU-PF. hanzi forced. Vamwe vanoti nhema idzodzo hapana munhu akafosiwa, vaitonzwisisana because at the end of the day nyika yanga ine mamilitary groups too, so inenge iri nyika here. At the end of the day something had to happen. If they were forced, that's bad, but I believe the leaders there also knew they had to unite. Hanzi, so right, tikutaura zvemukomana Mutevera managed the CIO's transition from post-liberation factional policing to full one-party state consolidation, a critical institutional moment, a largely visible man. If you know more about him, the historical record needs you. Right? And I'll choose more about him. Tipe more information about Mutevera. Comment section. Turns out you know from what angle. Elias Mutevera akarada CIO from 1985 to 1990. And then from 1990 kusvika muna 1997 paiva nemukomana ainzi Dr. Elek Mashingaidze, PhD in history, University of York, co-authored From Iron Age to Independence, lectured at universities in Kenya and Lesotho before independence, an academic in exile who became Zimbabwe's most sophisticated spy master. And at independence, Mugabe sent him to New York as Zimbabwe's first permanent representative to the UN and first ambassador to the US simultaneously. He twice served as president of the UN Security Council, 1983 and 1984. Scholar, diplomat, then spy master. So mfesa ngakadzidza, mfesa akaita zvakawanda Elek Mashingaidze. He returned home in 1985. By 1990, he was running the CIO. His trajectory is unique in Zimbabwe's institutional history. Mugabe wanted sophistication from the intelligence apparatus in that era, not just muscle. Dr. Mashingaidze retired quietly at the end of 1997. Muna 1998, just briefly, pakapinda mukomana ainzi Shadrack Chipanga. Chipanga's tenure lasted barely a year, not because he fell out with Mugabe, but because of a fierce factional war inside the CIO between him and his deputy Mkandi. The institution tore itself apart from within. Mugabe's response was characteristic: don't pick a side, remove both. Mukandi fled to Canada to avoid fraud prosecution. Chipanga was dismissed. When the house is on fire, you don't rearrange the furniture, you demolish it and rebuild. Ndo skira rapinzwa na Mugabe. At the behest of General Mujuru, then the undisputed kingmaker in ZANU-PF, Robert Mugabe then reached outside the CIO entirely into the military. His logic: bring in officers who owe loyalty to no internal CIO faction. Clean hands, external authority. It was an institutional reset by force. Right? So, muna 1998 kusvika muna 2002, paiva na Elisha Muzonzini, a brigadier, appointed alongside Bonyongwe as Deputy Director General, both recommended by General Solomon Mujuru, then still one of the most powerful men in Zimbabwe. Right? He restored order to a fractured institution. But Muzonzini made a fatal professional error. He told Mugabe the truth. His intelligence assessments before the 2000 and 2002 elections accurately reflected Mugabe's declining popularity. Mugabe removed him in 2003. In Zimbabwe, honest intelligence has always been a career risk. So, mukomana wakaongorora nevanhu vake vachiongorora zviri kuitika munyika vakaona kuti Mugabe support yake yadona ende kuti achawina mavhotsi apa anenge asingawini. Ndobva vaudza Mugabe izvozvozvo. Mugabe ndobva ati auzivi tokubvisa, ndobva abvisa munhu. Right, kubva muna 2002 kusvika muna 2017 paiva nemukomana ainzi Happyton Bonyongwe, the longest serving Director General in Zimbabwe's post-independence history, 15 years. Also a brigadier, also initially a Mujuru recommendation. Mugabe suspected him for exactly that reason and ran parallel intelligence structures around him. Yet Bonyongwe outlasted everyone, land reform, the 2008 electoral catastrophe, the GNU, the Mjuru versus Mnangagwa succession wars, the rise of G40, stability through managed distrust, Mugabe's signature institutional technique. He was Director General when the November 2017 military coup removed Mugabe. The CIO reportedly mobilized alongside the Air Force and ZRP to resist, but Mugabe ordered them to stand down. Bonyongwe left with Mugabe, 15 years gone in a night. Right. In 2024, Bonyongwe published his memoirs launched by VP General Chwenga, the man whose tanks had ended his career 7 years earlier, only in Zimbabwe. Right, so mna 2017 kusvika right now kusvika mna 2025 mune Zimbabwe paiva nemukomana ainzi Isaac Moyo appointed within days of the coup, wakatoiswa pachine coup, a diplomat, former ambassador to South Africa, former AU Intelligence Board Executive Secretary in Addis Ababa, that's former African Union Intelligence, whatever. A trusted figure from Mnangagwa's carefully constructed pre-coup network. By 2023, the relationship had frayed. Mnangagwa reportedly bypassed Moyo for election operations entirely, working through Deputy Director General Tapfuma Ney directly. In January 2025, Moyo was removed. No public explanation given. Right. Kubva muna January 2025 kusvika muna April watiri uno 2026 ndo pakanga pane mukomana anonzi Dr. Fulton or whatever unoipronounce say Mangwanya abviswa. Appeared an unusual choice. He came from Zimpax, the Wildlife Authority, but Mnangagwa had been inside the CIO since 1988. Zimpax was a placement, not a career change. Always in, but Mangwanya had been inside the CIO since 1988. Zimpax was a placement, not a career change. Always an intelligence man. He lasted just over a year. And right now, izvi pakabviswa Mangwanya ndo pakandwa mukomana anonzi Paul Chikawa, April 2026. Former ambassador to China and Cuba, the third director general in under 8 years under Mnangagwa. Another diplomat in the chair, another removal with no public explanation for his predecessor. The chain continues. The numbers tell a story. Mugabe, 37 years in power, 6 post-independence director generals, average tenure over 6 years each. I mean average, right? Mnangagwa, under 8 years, 3 director generals already. Average tenure under 3 years and falling. Robert Mugabe's genius was sustaining Bonyongwe for 15 years, despite never fully trusting him. E.D. Mnangagwa can't replicate that. Each removal signals a president who built his power through a vast network and now finds that same network untrustworthy. He knows exactly how game is played. That's the problem. Right. Alright, so CIO is a department of government which only serves the president. We adopted it from the colonial government, Yana Smith. So Mugabe, rather than destroying CIO, because we need intelligence, but as a government, as a country, not intelligence only to save the president. Because intelligence only to save the president. This is why my Zimbabwean president have been able, Mugabe, to 37 years very in power. Because when central intelligence, they are actually, watching over even his allies. His chichichi, maybe voita zvavanoita navo vabvundusira or whatever tositozva mabasa erima anopomegwa CIO. Why didn't they destroy this department? Because it must be destroyed. Truda a department rinoshanda independently, dealing with criminals, dealing with all this kind of terrorism munyika, and it though the central intelligence that truda, not central intelligence who is against the president, who is talking shit, talking this and that about the president, and then say, I see, that's not the kind of intelligence Zimbabwe, or maybe it's wrong Zimbabwe. Comment section. So Zimbabwe kuti what have been happening, what have been the central intelligence muZimbabwe CIO. So tichaisiya panapa tichinzwa pfungwa dzenyu mucomment section memuchitiwo chii nazvo. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay the Mtapa Times.